It's a theory. It's a Chris. It's a theory. Chris's crazy theory.
Are we struggling there? Do we need to? You're going to get hit by the Ray-Bans. The radio waves are going to get you. You need to be fast.
I gotta get those sunglasses. That's the problem.
Get buttons as well. Come on, man.
I had plenty of time, and yet I still messed it up. But listen, the important thing is we do need to figure out, is this the same Leprechaun? Because this bothered me the whole movie. And I did some research, and I'd like to present to you my theory that although it's Leprechaun 2, and it's played by Warwick Davis, and it's the same voice, that this is not. And I have some evidence that I'd like to present to you.
I think we'll need some evidence for making such an erroneous claim.
Yeah. Oh, gentlemen of the jury, I present to you Exhibit A. At the end of the last movie, they blew up the Leprechaun, of course.
With one can of petrol.
Yeah, and one tiny match.
Yeah. But anyway, you're worried about logic in this franchise.
So the Leprechaun says, and if you could zoom in, it says, "Curse this well, that me soul shall dwell." Always great with the limericks. "Till I find me magic that breaks me spell." So he's trapped in this well. If this is the same Leprechaun, he's trapped. And at the start of this movie, he just walks out of the tree and there's no problem. There's no mention in it at all. So this right away got me thinking, like, maybe this is not the same Leprechaun. But, well, you know, we need a lot more proof than that if I'm going to win my case.
Like, are you just saying they all look the same, you bigot?
They look and sound the same. Yeah, this, you know what? This does not paint me very well, does this? But I have more evidence that maybe will make me less canceled. So let's compare, shall we? So in Leprechaun 1, he's got, you know, red pants. He's got white and green leggings, green shirt.
Oh, the bands are closer together?
What's that?
The bands are further apart in the first one?
Yes, they are. That they are. Also...
wait, hang on. Yeah, maybe even leprechauns have a change of clothes.
So that's possible. That's possible, right?
I know. Thought of that. Shut up, Colin. That's a silly idea. Silly idea.
No. This is good.
People in movies don't change their clothes. They wear them for the entire franchise. The same outfit.
I thought about that. And he probably would have multiple shoes because he's invested in shoes. So I didn't even look at the shoes. But would a leprechaun have a different hat? Look at the buckles between the two hats.
Sacrilege.
Okay. I see what you're saying. You're saying, Chris, you need more proof. And more proof, sir, I have.
I think we'll have to. God, you know, you're making these unbelievable claims. Like, a leprechaun can't have more than one hat.
I'm starting with my least strong evidence, and I'm working my way forward.
Oh, you're building up for the kicker?
Yeah, I'm just reeling you in. So how about this one? In the first movie, he literally tells the officer, "I'm 600 years old." And in the second movie, this guy, who looks a little different, by the way, says that he's 2,000 years old. He says, "On my next 1,000th birthday, I'll stalk your fairest offspring." So he's 2,000 years old versus 600. That's a pretty big difference. Now, listen, I've been known to tell a fib about my own age from time to time, but I'm not saying to someone that I am less than half my age and expecting them to believe it. So that's a pretty big difference right away. But I think you need more evidence. I could see the look in your eye, and you need more, sir. And I have more for you.
Can you, though? Can you?
What about powers? In the first movie, the leprechaun only had the ability to mimic voices, right? Like he did with the poor wife of O'Grady. Just voices. In the second movie, his powers are completely different. He can now create an illusion. And I would show you what this illusion turns into, but I don't want to have the channel.
I don't think YouTube would appreciate it, or Twitch, or Facebook.
No, I did not do that.
Every platform that we're on would just be like, no.
But I'll send that to you in a private email if you want.
I've already screenshotted from a personal collection.
I figured. But this is a completely new power. And he even says, "Fools humans like you." So this is completely different power. Where would that power come from if it was the same leprechaun? But again, I still think we need more evidence. I don't feel that you're convinced yet. So let's move on.
We're a different headdress, and 1,000 years ago, he's allowed to change his clothes. And now and again, you're just
change his clothes. He could change his clothes. He could change his powers, maybe. And maybe he's lying about his age. I get it. We're not there yet. What about this? In the second movie, he he lacks the ability to kill or harm the person that's holding his gold, right? He goes right, I don't know if you can tell, but he goes right through Alec with the car, and Alex says, as long as I have this, as long as I have the gold coin, he can't be hurt. Well, let's look back at the first movie. He jumps on poor Ozzy, who swallowed the gold coin, and he
don't
beats
forget the guy at
ever-living...
the pawn shop.
Yeah, the pawn shop guy too.
Yeah, because he
beats
had
the
a piece of gold and he met an untimely end.
Exactly. And poor Ozzy had the ever-living piss beat out of him.
Mhm.
So this is completely different powers, completely different skill sets between these two leprechauns. And I do say two, sir, but I have more for you. And I think this one is one of my strongest pieces of evidence yet. At the end of the first movie, the first leprechaun who dies, he starts to turn green like this. And then look what color he turns into as he is about to die. Purple and green. Purple and green. In the second movie, the leprechaun, as he's about to die, turns orange. I feel like JFK, where they have the magic bullet, back into the left, turns orange and then explodes. So we got purple and green versus orange. They're very
my God, that's such a good shot.
I know, with the head sticking out. But the very nature, the intrinsic nature of the leprechaun is completely different. One is green and purple, the other is orange. Their very nature of reality is slightly different because they're different creatures. Finally, I have for you my most strong evidence yet. What is the most valuable thing to a leprechaun? The thing that these entire movies are all focused about?
Would it be me gold?
The gold, of course.
The gold, yes.
That would be the one thing. He may change his clothes. He may change his powers. He may lie about his age, but he would never change his gold. In the first movie, we open in the movie where he's looking at his pot of gold, and there's another shot where they zoom in. Look at it. 100 equal gold coins. And even the pot looks like this. In the second movie, completely different pot, completely different gold. It's not just gold coins. It's pieces of various jewelry.
But sir, my good man, you do know gold has a low boiling point.
His gold was the most valuable thing to him. He was so careful with it that he had to fight to get every little piece back.
Gold has a low boiling point, melting point, temperature-wise.
It does, but
and when you pour magic petrol, that causes a mini inferno. What chance do you think his gold had? Yeah,
he would never add to the collection. He would never want it to change. He wanted it to be exactly like it was. He wanted his gold the same. For him. Well, sir, look. I think that's the strongest.
I'm a denier.
I think we got to get those glasses off of you because those glasses are preventing the rays from getting to you.
I can't see. That's the point. They can't brainwash me. I'm protected.
But I think when you look at it, I think when you look at the age, you look at the clothes, you look at even his facial features are a little different. And especially when you look at the gold and his powers, I think these are two different leprechauns. I think when they said Leprechaun 2, they didn't mean 2 as in again. No, they meant 2 as in also. TOO. And that is my theory.
Yeah, there you go, folks.